Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Greg Shapiro, and let's queer up sports. Record number of out LGBTQ athletes set for World Athletics Championships. History was made in Tokyo this week as more publicly out LGBTQ competitors took part in the World Athletics Championships than ever before. The 20th edition of the championships, the most prestigious in track and field outside of the Olympics, began on Saturday, September 13th, and runs through September 21st. More than 2,200 athletes from 198 countries are competing. According to Outsports, at least 13 of these athletes are publicly out as LGBTQ. That matched the tally recorded on the site's Team LGBTQ list for last year's Paris Olympics. Of that group, 8 returned to action in Tokyo. At the last championships in Budapest in 2023, Outsports tracked 9 out athletes, including American sprint star Sha'Carri Richardson, who captured gold in the 100 meters, and Spain's Maria Perez, who claimed double gold in race walking. Both women lined up again in Tokyo to defend their titles. Richardson was one of 3 Team USA athletes on the LGBTQ roster, tying the United States with Brazil for the most out athletes competing. Another American, hurdler Trey Cunningham, appeared on the entry list but was known to be an alternate. While the Olympics have leaned into celebrating LGBTQ visibility in recent years, World Athletics has not followed suit. The Federation has faced criticism for restrictive policies, including banning trans women from women's events and enforcing limits on athletes with differences of sex development. Tokyo 2025 also marked the first championships where all athletes in female categories were required to pass an SRY gene test to compete. The list of out athletes came from Outsports.com, where fans can find more details. I just have 3 words. Sissy that run.
Well, I think that, again, it's important, especially athletes, to come out. And I know it's a lot harder, unless you're an ice skater, for male athletes to come out. But it's a demonstration to the world. And I'm curious what these SRY tests are going to come up with, because there are a lot more chromosomal variants than XX and XY. So, I think that this could open up sports to a whole new opportunities, but also restrictions.
Well,
and maybe there will be more division, but we all know people, for whatever reason, are just more athletic. They are taller. Taller people make much better swimmers. Even Michael Phelps.
Oh yeah.
He has, he's different because his body treats lactic acid differently. Lactic acid is what makes your muscles feel tired. So he has an advantage because the way his body metabolizes, he doesn't feel the burn as soon as other athletes do. So, there's so many variants in how athletes can perform by virtue of birth. Forget about even transgender athletes.
Right.
People who are born with certain genetic anomalies, which a lot of people are. How are they going to try and, police this?
Well, then you'd have to be hopefully consistent across the board. And, historically, you look back, probably going back a number of years, but there was a time where sometimes the doctors made the decision and the parents maybe or maybe didn't know.
Well, that's in the case of an intersex born,
Sure,
which
sure.
intersex is a real thing where a baby is born with both genitalia or ambiguous genitalia. They may have a uterus and what might look like a penis, very ambiguous genitalia. And in many cases, the doctor and the parents just made the arbitrary decision.
Right.
And most of the time, they say, okay, you're going to be a girl.
Yeah.
Because it's easier.
But the SRY gene test may, they're going to have to apply that across the board. And there might be
Absolutely.
some surprises for some folks out there.
Absolutely.
Like it or not.
Yeah. And I mean, I do think that it's all about fairness.
Yes.
But I also think that forever, people are born with talent in this or talent in that.
Innate ability to do things.
You know, if you were born with these innate abilities, then that should be,
of course.
that should be fine.
Yes.
You know, but
And on a positive note, it's good that more and more people, I think, are able to come out. I think we're seeing more allies. I mean, and I can't quote which sports figure it was, but the NFL even.
Oh yeah.
And I think that that's phenomenal because typically that's something where I grew up as a pre-gay man as a kid, and I didn't feel comfortable around that environment because of who I was.
Yeah. Right.
And that's great for kids who are coming out now.
Yeah, and I mean that's why popular artists and entertainers and athletes that are role models should come out. And we applaud and congratulations to all of you queer athletes that are going to the games in Tokyo.
So it's safe to say you're both athletic supporters. Okay.
Just like you.
Yeah. All right. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.